behind the camera today instead of in front of it with a living room tour for you. I've been working really hard on getting my apartment living room all set up, and I was asked to do a room tour with some of the ideas that I've applied in this room. One of the things with rental decorating is you really have to work with, and I apologize for the bumpiness, you really have to work with what you're dealt. And I'll kind of just give you a brief look here at the whole thing. One of the things with rental decorating, like I said, is you have to deal the hand that you're given. And one of the things that I was given was this lovely wet bar, which I'm sure was very popular in the 1980s, but not so much now. And no, there is no refrigerator underneath those cabinets. So I've done sort of the best that I could with this very 1980s little space here. And what I've done is I've added a candle and a little scentsy warmer so that we have a variety of scents. There's all my knitting needles and crochet hooks. And down here in this under storage, on this side we have games and scentsy stuff. And I think that box is actually Christmas ornaments, but we keep all our games right here. And then on this side, I have all sorts of blankets because my children love to come in here and just pull out a bunch of blankets and just lay on the floor. So then we come up here, and yes, this sink does work, which is just very, very strange, I think, to have a sink in your living room, because I guess you can't go all, 20 feet over to the kitchen to get a drink. So it's got this nice mirrored back here. So, hello, there I am. And on these glass shelves up here, I've put photos and some of my knickknacks. And then on this side, I've added an owl and a little sign here so that when you're in the room, you've got something nice and pretty to look at. So, doing the best I can with that. I actually thought about covering it up, but I'm kind of liking the way that I'm able to use the space at the moment. This is a sort of oddly shaped room. So coming over here, I have this picture that is actually a puzzle that my ex-husband made for me. Is one of my very favorite pictures. And, the thing with artwork is artwork gets very expensive. And so if you can find a cheaper way to do it, such as putting together a puzzle and then gluing it together and putting it in a frame, it looks fantastic. And I love the texture that the puzzle gives. And there's the phone jacks that I don't use because I don't have a home phone. So coming over onto this wall, this is our second longest wall. I have a bookshelf. It's one of the shorter 3-shelf bookshelves, and there's Christopher's guitar. He only knows 2 chords right now, so don't ask him to play anything. One of the great things about apartment decorating is trying to decorate with things that you already have. So in this case, on the bottom shelf here, I've decorated with a bunch of my poetry books. And then on the second shelf, I have a yarn stash here, which adds like a nice little bit of color to the room. And I looked at that red yesterday and I didn't quite roll it back up very well, did I? But it adds like a nice bit of color and texture to the room without costing me a lot of money because these are things that I already have around. And then on the third shelf, I've got just some popular books, things that I would come to grab if I was looking for something to read, and Mr. Owl there, who I think he was in my March favorites video. I am still just absolutely in love with him. He's guarding my books. And then up on the top of the shelf here, I've got another little owl candle holder. If you can't tell, I like owls. A nice plaque about how God is good all the time, some baby pictures, and this lovely, lovely lamp that my sister got me for my birthday, which is totally cool. It's kind of hard to see there now that I've turned it on. I love Edison light bulbs. They're awesome. And yes, those plugins do work. So I can bring my phone down here and I can plug my phone in and charge my phone. I'm still looking for something for this wall space right here because I think it looks a little bit blank, but I haven't found the perfect thing yet. And then moving on over, I've got the entertainment center, which I got at Target, and I think this was like $150. With the TV and antenna because we don't have cable, and then this lovely little sign here I got at Hobby Lobby. I love shopping for home decor at Hobby Lobby because if you see something that you like, if you wait a couple weeks, it will be on sale, usually for 50% off. So this was, I think, $40, and I just fell in love with it, and I ended up getting it on sale 50% off. So I got it for $20. And then down here in the entertainment center, we've utilized it for all sorts of things. We have like 5,000 Skylanders of all different shapes and varieties, and all of our video games and movies down on this side. And then I kind of hesitate to show you this side because this is the least organized place in my entire home, which is all of the video games. And it is just, it's an absolute mess. We've got all these lovely chargers for the Wiimotes and the PlayStation remotes. And if you'll notice, none of the remotes are in there. And my kids always wonder why they can't play their video games. All you have to do is put stuff back on the charger. Then you come around, and this is sort of what makes the room an odd shape, is this is an angled wall here with the fireplace on it. And so it kind of really changed the shape of what we could do with things in the room. So this is actually a wood-burning fireplace, and it's still quite dirty from the winter, but it's got sort of a faux marble finish around it, and then a mantle. And I've tried to take really good use of the mantle, and again, using things that I already have. I have a lot of books around, so I've used a lot of books in my decor. So I've got some books here, and then some just home decor stuff, a mirror that was in my parents' bathroom that they weren't going to use anymore, so I snagged it. Never be afraid to ask somebody if they've just got something laying around and it looks like they're not using it, if you can have it. Or you might be able to find something. I found something quite similar to that at an antique store for like $13 the other day. And you can always, if you don't like the frame, you can always refinish it. My sister had already refinished this one, so it was already very pretty. And then again, I'm decorated with some more books over here. And then we come to the sofa area, and I'll give you kind of a pan over of that. The sofa is the piece in the room that actually cost money. I invested in a very nice sofa, and a lot of times that one big piece of furniture, if you invest a little bit of money into it, it can really improve the look of your entire room. I was always told that the two things that you should invest money in are your couch and your mattress. So this was quite a little bit of an investment for the couch. Got this big window right here, and when the blinds are open, I always keep these sheer sort of curtains over it because my apartment, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but we look right down into the parking lot. So if I don't have these curtains closed, then you can kind of see right up into the living room. And with the curtains there, you can't really see what's going on up here. So it's amazing that a sheer curtain can do that. But if you live in an apartment and you've got a big window, one of the things that you always want to do is go outside and look and see what you can see in at different times of the day. My bedroom is right upstairs from here, and I have big thick curtains because I change my clothes in there. And with it being on the third floor, you can see even more. So I've got this lovely lamp right here, which you can't see too tremendously well because it's off, but it's hot pink on the bottom and then black on the top. And there's actually a tutorial on my blog for how to refinish this lamp to look like this, and I will put a link to that tutorial down on the bottom. On the couch, I have these pillows, these blue silk ones that came with the couch. This is one of those couches where you get to pick your own fabric, so I did pick that color. And then these purple ones that I found at Target on sale. And then over here, I've got these, again, more owls. I've got these two super, super cute owl pillows that I got on Amazon, and I think they were $15 a piece. And then you have to buy the inserts, which you can always get at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby. And you can usually find those on sale or for a coupon, or you can find them for pretty cheap on Amazon too. And I've got a blanket on the back corner here, which is actually here to hide my computer cord so that I can be a little bit more mobile and come plug in here. And then there's Ferdinand the owl, who I also got at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. And there's no lighting in this room except for on the ceiling fan. And so I added this pendant light, which I found at Target. And I got a little remote clicker for it, but my battery is dead right now. Otherwise, I would show you how cool it is. So you don't have to reach back there and try to turn it on. But I love that sort of industrial look with the soft pastel colors and everything else. Again, more pillows to match the other side. And then I've got this lovely little wall collage of picture frames. When you're framing pictures for a wall, a really great tip is to either have them all have a similar color structure, like these are all black and white with white frames, or white mats and black frames, or to mix and match. So you could have all different colors of frames, but then the photos all go together, or they all relate somehow. So when you're putting together a photo collage, just make sure that they do have some sort of relation to each other, and you have some sort of organized way to put them together, even if that is just organized chaos. I'll write a blog post later about all the different ways that you can do like photo collages. And then I have in the center here, I have a lac table from IKEA with this great little tray that I got again on Amazon, and more decorating with books, books that I already have. And then I got this at Michael's. It's a really cute little French planter, and I've put some potpourri in it, and then remotes. That's to the light and the Apple TV. And then underneath, and I've really only done this on the side where you can see when you come in, I've decorated with some more books. And then the last thing in the living room is another lac table from IKEA, side table. And I've got a storage bin underneath, which actually has more yarn in it. I originally got this intending for the kids to put their toys in it that needed to go upstairs, and then it just kind of became yarn storage. So I should probably clear that out and use it for what I had originally intended. So little, stray toys and things that get left in the living room, I can just throw them in there, and then we can take the basket upstairs, put that stuff all away. More decorating with books, poetry books, and then little candle and simple sand that I found at Target. I mean, just a couple of bucks. And then another light that I redid in the hot pink. And again, I'll put a link to the tutorial down in the bottom for how to redo these lamps. And then this other cute little knick-knack that I found at Hobby Lobby, again at 50% off. So that is my living room. My best tips for decorating a rental living room is really to work with the space that you're given. And even if you hate something, even if you have, a 1980s wet bar in your living room or an oddly angled wall, you can find a way to make everything look nice. You just need to work with the space that you're given. Shop at stores that have really good sales, like Hobby Lobby or Joann's or Michael's, places that have really good sales. Shop at antique stores, thrift stores. You never know what you can find. And just really work on putting something together cohesively. And the cohesion in this room is pastel colors and black. So, there's something that's working together all the time, even though it is a bit eclectic. And this room didn't come together overnight. This has been a work in progress over the last year and a few months. So don't be discouraged if it takes you a little while to get everything put together. You'll get there. I would love to see pictures of your living room or answer any questions that you have about decorating in a rental. Just leave me a comment below. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will post more rooms later. Bye!